Hey everybody, R.A. Martinez here, president of MAPS Global, and I'm sitting here with the amazing Kim Hager, who is the director of our prayer room here at our MAPS Global missions base in Richmond, Virginia.
Yes, the Richmond International House of Prayer is a prayer room for the city, by the city, to the nations. It's for the city because we're here to serve the city by washing the feet of the city with our prayers, hosting God's presence so that we can see Him move in our city. It's by the city because it's a collaborative effort. It's not just one church.
Yeah, that's right.
We're inviting the church of the city to share this prayer room together in corporate agreement. And then it's to the nations because the context of corporate agreement, hosting God's presence, marks people for assignments to the nations. And we believe Richmond to be a sending city.
That's right. So over the past couple of years, we've been building out this prayer culture, worship culture, and our prayer room's open right now about 12 hours a day. And many of those hours are live with teams. And then also some of those hours we have a web stream playing or some music playing in the room, and there's people with their Bibles spending time with the Lord. But over the last couple months, we felt strongly from the Lord as our work is expanding in the 1040 window, and we're building and planting houses of prayer and missions bases across the unreached nations, that we really wanted to expand our worship here at home. And in fact, we say it this way: we don't want to expand into the nations unless our worship expands at home. Right. And so we began to pray and ask the Lord, well, what does this look like? And we felt stirred over the past months to begin to pray that all 60 hours of the week that we have open would be live, enjoyable, and carried by teams.
Yes.
This is the dream.
This is exciting. I love it.
And so we just began to ask the Lord, fill 60 hours a week here at our headquarters with live, enjoyable, presence-centered worship carried by teams, carried by churches in this city. And so we need your help. We're starting a funding campaign, a funding raising campaign to raise money to expand our worship here. Yes. And so we are asking 240 people.
That's a small number.
It's a very small number, 240 people. There's thousands of people that are tracking with us as MAPS Global who love what we do, who feel passionately about night and day prayer and worship, passionately about the gospel in the nations. And so we're asking 240 of you if you would consider adopting 1 hour a month. So 1 hour a month, 240 hours a month, to help us to carry this vision of live, enjoyable, presence-centered worship. 1 hour a month for $50, right? So $50 a month, it's not a lot of money. It's small enough where anybody really can get on with us and help. But we're asking 240 people to adopt 1 hour a month for $50. And this money goes to funding our core staff that are facilitating and carrying this program. Kim leads an amazing team here at MAPS Global, and they are in charge of running the prayer room, scheduling the prayer room, facilitating other churches using the prayer room. Your team's amazing. We love it. And so part of what we're raising money for is to make sure those staff are funded, that they can stay in their positions and facilitate this prayer room. The other thing we're raising money for is just the program costs and equipment maintenance for this program. We play on, and we don't play soft. We play these instruments hours and hours a day. We have rent to pay on the building, lights to keep on, the AC running. And so there's just cost. There's a cost to running 60 hours of prayer and worship this every week. And so we're raising money to fund our staff and to keep the prayer room open and the equipment maintained so that we can host God's presence 60 hours a week in this prayer room.
And Randy, something that we're sowing into by doing this is also a promise for the city of Richmond. That we've heard from the Lord, and we've been singing and praying that Richmond would be a city that sings of the worth of Jesus, and that Richmond would be a city that sends to the nation. And we really believe this Expand Our Worship partnership is sowing directly into that.
Yeah, we believe it's a first step. This 60 hours, if we fill it live with enjoyable, presence-centered worship, that it's a first step towards something that'll never end.
Right.
So this is a real practical way for anyone who is tracking with MAPS Global, anyone who loves what we do, just to stand with us and support us. 1 hour a month. You can go to mapsglobal.org/worship and follow the instructions there, and you can pick your hour. Any hour of the week, you can pick it and adopt it for $50. It's a real practical way to help us. We need your help. We're asking for it. Help us expand our worship here at home.